Well, welcome back to some more battles. We are in the open Great Lake, and let's see what team we're going to be trying out. We're going to be using the Claydol paired with the Shadow Drapion and the Malamar in the back. The Claydol here is going to be able to tank a move easily, and we are running the Shadow Ball version, probably because we do not have a lot of charge TMs left, so we just left it as a Shadow Ball. Looks like we did have to switch out eventually. We're going to go into this Malamar, get to this foul play first. Unable to KO from that range is really unfortunate. And now we at least get the Marowak out of the way. We are going to go for this superpower, and our opponent does elect to shield it. So nice call by our opponent using their last shield wisely. We are going to have to go into our Drapion now. Okay, they switch out into their Sand Slash. We fire off the Crunch. Doesn't get the debuff. We have to shield here. Ends up being the Ice Punch bait, so nice job by our opponent. We're going to fire off this Crunch here to take out this Sand Slash because we didn't get the debuff. And then here, we know that this is going to be the Swift. They have back-to-back, so we were going to have to only shield one anyways. We get to this Crunch. Is this Crunch enough? Almost gets it low enough. We do switch out and we catch the Swift. And unfortunately, we need about 2 more Poison Stings to come back from that situation. So GG's to our opponent. Unable to win that game with our Shadow Drapion in the end. Great lead here. They are going to switch out into their Feraligatr. So this matchup here is going to come down to whether they want to shield or not. We go for the Aqua Tail bait, and our opponent lets it go. So they did sniff out our bait call. Our opponent here is going to have to think about this move here, though. So we do get the shield back after throwing the Aqua Tail anyways. And now we're going to have to take out this Guzzlord with the combination of the team. This is going to be a Rock Tomb that debuffs them. Maybe we get to another move? No, it doesn't allow us to get to another move. And now we're going to have to come in with our Drapion because we can tank or resist most moves, especially since that Sludge Bomb is used. It was already debuffed. It allows us to farm it down, and now we are going to fire off the Crunch. We finally get the debuff, and now we're going to be able to get to another Crunch. This takes out the Feraligatr, and then you can see this this Clocksire here is going to tank the Aqua Tail. We try to get to another one. However, they are going to have to throw energy, so they reveal Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is going to be a little bit better for their Malamar matchup here. We survive the Earthquake, and then we're going to go for this Foul Play here. Foul Play does some good neutral damage, and then the Sidewaves is able to farm down. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game barely because of the Sidewave Malamar. Also, we did get fortunate that our Drapion was able to farm down that Guzzlord to get the energy advantage we needed against their own Feraligatr. Bad lead here. We're going to switch out into our Drapion. We're going to show the first one here. Let's see if they stay in. They finally switch out into Stunfisk. Stunfisk is running Thundershock. So as far as fast move, we're not taking that much damage, but they are still able to tank the move. They get to this Mud Bomb, and then we're going to have to switch out into the Claydol. We are looking for the farm down, so we get the farm down anyways. Our opponent does have to think about shielding here, so they do shield and they are debuffed, and we're just going to let this go because Claydol has already done his job. Now the question is, can we Sidewave down from this range? Not initially. We are going to have to let this one go. And then, unfortunately, ends up being this Skarmory. So Skarmory is going to be quite difficult to deal with. We go for the superpower, and then we dip out of there. Ooh, this is actually running Air Slash. So these are dealing more fast move pressure than we're used to, and down goes the Malamar. So GG's to our opponent, unable to wiggle out of that situation. Skarmory, kind of a bad situation for our backline, honestly. Great lead here. They go into their Feraligatr, and we matched them with our own Drapion. Unfortunately, seeing a bunch of Feraligatr switch-ins here, and this is our best answer, really. Our opponent is going for the second Hydro here, and we're just going to match the second shield so that we can get to this crunch. This crunch does get shielded, so we're going to switch out into the Malamar. We did get a lot of extra energy. We survived one of these Hydros, and looks like we are going to be able to fire off this foul play. So we get rid of the Feraligatr, thankfully. We're going to overfarm a bunch and fire off this superpower before we get fainted. At least they got minimal farm. And then you can see here, they go into their Dusknoir when we already have a little bit of extra energy on our Drapion. One crunch does KO, and that's a comeback right there. So GG's to our opponent, able to come back from that Feraligatr switch in. Luckily, they let it go. And we were able to figure it out. Okay, so interesting matchup here. They are throwing resisted fast moves, this B-Barrel, but they have that serve. So looks like they do catch the Rock Tomb. So nice catch by them. So we are going to go into our Malamar. Malamar is going to be able to tank this first move because we already debuffed them. But now they debuffed us, so now this foul play doesn't quite deal as much damage. Luckily, we are going to be able to reach another foul play here. This is going to get the KO or get the shield. So down goes their Claydol. One of the biggest threats to our Drapion. And then you can see here, this jump up uses some energy to take us out. Now we come in with our Drapion. Drapion switches out, catches a move. So now we're going to have the energy advantage. We fire off this crunch. It does go through. And we have to think about shooting here. We do show the correct acrobatics. Our opponent here is going to come back in with the B-Barrel. B-Barrel is a shadow, so these Aqua Tails are actually going to hurt still. We have to shield here, and then we got to manage our energy to perfection. We're going to fire off this Aqua Tail. This Aqua Tail does go through. And just like that, we are going to be able to win that game. So GG's to our opponent. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.